No.
Eddie and Alex are ready to roll.
Life is full of life is full of love. Your hands together. So hold on tight. My ball. Words, my best. Let's go. Very forgiving hand. One more. This is love.
Welcome. I'm so glad to see every one of you here. I want to welcome you here on behalf of John Case, his family, his children, his wife. What a wonderful turnout to honor a man that deserves a wonderful turnout. So let's join each other with an invocation, and let's do that by going within to a place in your heart where you recall a time that you had a good experience with John, where he touched you in some way, where you could feel a sense of who this person is, how he behaved in his life and his friendships with you. And I ask everybody in the group right now to take the love that you've just tuned into and project it up to the front here and surround the family of John Case so that they can get a sense of the wonderful love that was expanded by this person being on the planet. Thank you. But I did have the opportunity to speak with John's mother, Erica. She spoke, of course, highly of John as a child. She said he was a beautiful baby. He was. That he had tons of friends as a child. So this pattern that we've experienced as him as an adult got a very early start. He was born in Germany. 6 months after he was born, they traveled to Texas and established their household there. Here for Texas. I received an email back from Erica's husband, Ed Conaway. Ed Conaway, of course, is John's stepfather. John David enriched the lives of countless people. He was extraordinarily kind, thoughtful, generous, and good-natured. Always cheerful and pleasant, John brought happiness to everyone around him. He was a fine, devoted husband and exceptionally caring and attentive father. He had and continues to have scores of good friends in California and his native Texas. More friends than anyone I've ever known. And that's what I'd like to do, is have everybody do an amazing round of applause to John Case to start this off for a Why cry for a soul set free? Miss me a little, but not too long, and not with your head bowed low. Remember the love that we share. Miss me, but let me go. For this is a journey that we all must take, and each must go alone. It's part of the plan, a step to the road home. When you are lonely and sick at heart, go to the friends we know, and bury your sorrow in doing good deeds. Miss me, but let me go.
I'll make this short. My name is Larry. I played in the football pool with John. My logo was Yankee Larry. His was Texas John. And if you know anything about the states of Texas and New York, you know what great friends we are. And I think it's a measure of the man. When you see the turnout that he has here tonight, the people that knew him and loved him. John was a proud man. He loved Texas. He loved his family. He loved his friends. Hi, con dias, buddy. Stand the other side.
I have to say something because I'm jumping out of my wetsuit over there. John was a brother. I mean, he was one of us, one of the tribe of Avalanche, Jetty, Bird Shit, Osprey. And when I heard the news, I was utterly shocked. I remember talking to Johnny Buckethead. That's what I called him, Buckethead. His head was so big when he went to the barrel. He was playing with his head. He really was important to me, and his family. I watched, told me about his daughter that he just met, and he told me about the little ones growing up, and he was so proud to take you guys surfing, and I was so happy to see you guys out there with him, and I miss him.
Very good man. Very good man. Best boss I've ever had.
I lost a good friend John this week. Death shut down his hellos, never meek. OB neighbors share our alleys, a great meeting place. We talk family, work, beer, and a mild OB rat race. Ran a business out of a garage across from mine. Not all work. He loved surfing, had a good time.
I've known Johnny for about 20 years, surfing Sunset Cliffs. Brother, daddy, pattern. Him and I dropping kids off together at school. I want to tell everyone I saw Johnny Tuesday morning at 7:45. He just dropped Aiden off at school. I just dropped my kids off at school. He honked at me. We parked on Santa Monica, looking at the jet, looking at the pier, talking about the swell coming in Thursday, Friday. Stoked waves were coming in. Finally, some northwest winter swell. Smiling, gonna go out and help his buddy out in the vineyard. And when I saw him leave, he was smiling, stoked. We're gonna see each other again, and I'm gonna see him again, and you all will too. God bless you, Johnny.
I don't know John as well as all you guys do, but in the end, he is my father. I don't know. It's sad that it has to be like this. I just felt that it was necessary for me to come and say goodbye and give my respect. I do wish I did get to know him like you guys do.
I know him very well.
It's very like your dad.
Yep. He took me surfing. He taught me how to learn. I liked it. I loved it when he went surfing with me. The first time I ever caught a wave was just magical. I just loved it. And now that he's gone, I'm going to cherish him forever. Thank you.
We'll see how far I can go here. My name's Tim. A lot of you know me as Sea Dog, and I happen to be with him at the end there. And it takes I didn't realize how big an impact he had on my life and how big a friend he was till tragedy like this hits in an untimely manner. And I know Johnny would want us to take something from this, and I want to stay learn, but it's what he was. He would say, hug your wife more, kiss your kids more, go surf that wave more.
I met John at Freeport Pier, 16 years old, rut and buck, real man from Texas, real man from Texas. More like Clint Eastwood, John Wayne, like all these guys, all put together, He's just a surf cowboy, like chicken fried steak, mashed potatoes, like that.
I'll be quick. I just want to say three things about John, three things I'll always remember about him. One, he was a persistent guy. We went golfing once. I don't golf much, neither does he. We were at the Coronado course on the 9th hole. It's a beautiful open hole, and just want to drive it. His first drive, he sliced. Second drive, he hooked. My two friends had started kind of marching down the course, and John's like, I just want one more. He drilled a beautiful line drive that clipped my friend Trevor right in the back of the head. It was something else.
My daughter went to Silvergate with Aiden as well. And my perspective, I remember John seeing him in a loving fashion. picking up his daughter, you know, on his bike. That's what I recall. But my daughter wanted to share something that she recalls also. And
Come on, baby girl. You can do it. Come on, baby girl. You can do it. Come on, baby. You can do it. You can do it, baby.
I knew him since I was in kindergarten because I was Aiden's friend very much, and we used to have play dates, and he used to protect us. So, and he used to ask me how I was doing when I ever came over, and he used to make a friend.
I'm not going to say anything that anybody here doesn't already know. John was the kind of guy, I know there's a lot of people here that would probably consider John their best friend. So that's the kind of guy he was, and of all the times I saw him, I never saw John mad, except at the Padres-Astros game.
He was a good man, and he was really one of the coolest people on the planet. He was always welcoming to me. He always embraced me, and that meant so much to me because he was so open-minded and so caring. And I know that when he ever talked about his daughters or surfer friends or his buddies that he was going to go meet or going to go to the baseball game or whatever, he always talked about it with such love.
I could feel it when I came in the lot. It hit me really hard. He was a good friend of mine.
And, you know, being John's business partner and friend, he had like the highest integrity. I mean, this guy, you could trust him with anything, and he would fulfill whatever job you asked him. He, you know, he was one of my best friends. I just wish I had spent more time with him now. And, you know, when I think of you know, an upstanding man and the way John has lived his life, you know, I totally admire him. You know, he's gone through his problems and trials and tribulations. I mean, just top notch. And
John had that key. He had that key to life where he could take the moment and be with it. Be in that presence of the love that provided him that ability to generate, reciprocate, extend, and appreciate.
I've known John about 19 years. I was one of the first guys that started working with him in Walking Flyers. And he showed me something pretty big in my life. He showed me that I'm a smart guy. That I can do it. One of my best memories in my life, period, is when I was walking flyers. I think I was making $30-40 a day for 4 hours, 18, 19 years ago. And I found a pizza shop that would let me walk flyers for them too. And then I found some other guy that I was walking flyers. So I was putting 3 flyers on a door at a time, and John caught me, said, "Dude, what are you doing?" Well, making about $20 an hour when walking flyers. And then I realized and went on to work for these guys right here. And, you know, I realized I am pretty smart. He said, "You're a pretty smart guy, Josh." I said, "Well, thank you." And, I would have done the same thing. And, hey, you know, now I own one of the largest window and door companies in San Diego. I love it.
Man, John was the best. A lot of people already said a lot of the things I was going to say about John. Never said a bad word in his life. You know, about anybody. Not a bad word. You know what I mean? The guy was one of my best surf buds. You know, if it was, whether it was avalanche or bird shit or in the wintertime rock slides, he was always out there with me, getting wave for wave, sometimes even more. Troy, I want to say this: if you ever need anything, you know how to get a hold of me and Debbie. We're there for you and the kids.
He was a really good surfer, but he was a much better father. He was a very good father, man. He took very good care of his children. And that's what I think of him. I know we all love him as a great surfer, but man, was he a great father.
And boy, he was good to his kids and to his wife. And that is what I think most of them. Is a very good family man. Thank you, sir.
I knew John BC, for all you non-parents, that's before children. We met and our kids played when they were little, and then I did the parent thing and moved inland, and he stayed here and did his thing, and he did it right.
Hi everyone. I'm not sure I'll get through this, but I'll give it a good shot. They say if you can go through life and gather a handful of friends and one true love, your life is truly blessed. Well, from looking around here today, I feel John and I in our 17 years have managed to achieve so much more than that. How can I ever thank you all for your kindness, your love, your support to John and the girls and I. Every message from home in New Zealand ends with the saying, kia kaha. In Maori, that means be strong. I couldn't do that without all of you, and I just want to say thank you so much.
Troy has requested that we close our proceeding today by reciting the Lord's Prayer together. If you would, everyone stand. And those of you who are comfortable with using the Lord's Prayer as a closing, please say it with me. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
Amen, brother.
Stop.